The Russia-Ukraine war has escalated. Both the sides have increased fresh assaults. Moscow launched a massive barrage on Kyiv and other parts in response to Ukraine's targeting of Russia's oil infrastructure. In fact, at least 4 people have been killed in an attack on Ukraine's northeastern Sumy region. Coming a day after a massive Russian attack on the capital, Kyiv left at least 30 people dead. The attack on Kyiv is the deadliest Russian strike on Ukraine's capital this year. In fact, the scale and spread of destruction had little precedent, even in a war now in its 5th year. More than 100 residential buildings had been damaged.
We were sitting in the corridor. It was too late to leave. When the air raid alert went off, we decided not to go outside because the enemy attack had begun.
The attack also comes as Ukraine has increased its own long-range drone operations inside Russia. Russian officials have reported repeated strikes in border regions, while Moscow says its air defense systems have intercepted hundreds of Ukrainian drones over the past several days. On Friday, 2 people were killed in Ukrainian strikes on 2 Russian regions close to the border. The Ukrainian president, meanwhile, vowed to avenge the latest attacks on Kyiv and called on the allies to send more air defense. The European Union's top diplomat has proposed new sanctions on Moscow, but the Kremlin vowed to further ramp up pressure on Kyiv, sticking to its no-compromise rhetoric. The Kyiv attack, meanwhile, evoked a reaction from US President Donald Trump, who called for a peace deal to end the senseless killings. But the US president offered no concrete route to reach such an agreement. And earlier, we spoke to Alexei Melnik, co-director of Foreign Relations and International Security Programs at the Razumkov Center in Kyiv. Listen in.
Well, that's true, that both sides are intensifying their attacks, but there is a huge difference between the objectives and the targets of these attacks. Because if you look at the targets struck by Ukrainian drones and missiles, that's mostly oil refinery, oil transportation, storage systems, that all of this infrastructure is a clear military purpose for supporting, financing Russian war efforts. Instead, Russia attacks mostly civilians in Ukraine, and like the latest attack, among the targets hit by Russian missiles were apartment buildings, post offices, hospitals, etc., etc. And this is kind of a reality, despite Russian leadership claims that they attack only military targets.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.